Hey everyone, welcome to a new Farming Simulator 25 speedrun. The goal of this playthrough is to get the castle built in the new Highlands Farming expansion. The series is going to focus on speed and particularly also financial prudence as we use leasing in particular to get as far as we can, as fast as we can. The goal is not to really own anything at the end. The goal is just to get the castle done. So without further ado, let's make a new slave game. We are going to be using, I think it's going to be, we'll start with $500,000, no loan, easy economy. We'll have a start farm, no guided tour, and we'll be using the new Kinleg map, which is gorgeous. The reason we're back in doing this now is I've just seen this map, seen how amazing it is, and I have to play it. So we're going to turn on that one, and that one, all the DLCs that the Giants gives us. We are not going to do precision farming, we're just going to do old school. And then I do have a lot of mods installed. What I do want to do is add in some very specific ones that just help gameplay a little. I'm not really trying to destroy the look and feel of the way we're doing things. I just want to have a couple more options as far as gameplay. So this one automatically turns on straw swath if it's possible on a harvester, so it's a simple of life thing. This one fades off the line, so as soon as you start doing auto driving, it fades off until you manually control it. I am going to semi-cheat and get the cellular antenna mod. This gives us a micro amount of monthly incomes, kind of like the government subsidies, but way less, and just increase the light speed or the light range of headlights. We will be using the lumberjack. I love the subsoiler. Lumberjack is just to use super strength, don't want to use it too much. We will use the parking vehicle mod. This takes it out of the tab list, and this workshop is kind of cute and new. We'll ignore that. I do like these custom steel chainsaws, nice and old rather than brand new ones. Special offers tells us up in the top right corner when something turns up in the store. This sorts the store low to high, which is fantastic, and we will be using auto loading very sparingly. So let's get this started. Auto loading will just be used to pick up logs and put them into a log hauler. There's a point in this game where you just have to accept that some things are a little bit too hard, and that's the one thing I am not willing to do. I'm not willing to fight with the machine and do too much logging. Now, the castle way up there on the hill, you can see it up there in the graphic, will want wood right at the start. So the focus will be to get into wood industry ASAP. What I want to do in this series is really push how much you can get the AI to do things in the background. I have tried this already, just did a 2-hour first off try, and I must say the first day was quite successful. Most days I'm probably going to run around 2, 3, 5 times speed, and so the idea is to get that day done and then jump forward. If we're in a boring month, we will jump way forward into the world. Our default guy is fine. So here's our farm. It starts with a whole lot of cool stuff. And to begin with, let's absolutely just jump into this and get the harvesting started. It is August. Weirdly, if we look at the calendar, and I'll do that in 5 seconds, we have right here in front of us, I really wish if you opened up, this is on the control of the mouse work, you have to close it and reopen it, then it works. This is a barley field, and if we look at the growth, it is ready. This one's grass, this one's barley, this one's wheat. These are the ones we own. If we look at the farm area, this is what we own. We're going to be logging a lot of this today. And really, if we look at this, you can see it's ready. Normally, barley would not be, it should have withered by now, so you can see how the red's finished. So yeah, it's interesting that they've given us a start field, which is actually out of range. So barley is going to definitely need to be done. And then in the same day today, we need to get wheat out of the ground. So we will be doing today a relatively slow, and you can see the top right corner. I'm going to press 7 and 8 on the keyboard to change the speed. I'm going to change that to a speed of 2 to begin with. And we'll jump out here, get the gate done. And once I get this going, we will play with we'll play with all the options and make the AI and stuff do stuff that we want them to do. Right, things like I don't want them buying fuel and all that type of stuff, buying seed. I want all that to be manual. I'm going to take a very industrial approach to this. That was terrible. And if we're at the shop, I'm going to buy a lot of fertilizer, a lot of whatever it is. And wait, let me line you up nicely. You good? And you should be good. All right. Let's talk about game options. So we will autosave, yeah, and this is going to be called the Highlands Castle Speedrun. Goal here is to do it as fast as we can. Current speed is 2. We're winning easy. There will be traffic. Seasonal growth, yes. Days 1. Fixed month, no. Snow on, yes. Crop destruction will be turned on. Periodic plowing will be required. There will be fieldstone. There will be line. There will be leads. We will not be doing disasters. Don't need visual. Dirt's normal. Automatic engine start will be off. I want to do that manually. Parking is good. Trailer fill limit will be on, so the weight will stop it from loading too much. Fuel usage is normal. Off, off, off. Do not buy, do not buy. And that's all of the main things for the gameplay. And then we will. I think stuff's fine, and that's about it. Graphics settings. It is set to my custom version, and you will note that I can see a long way into the distance. Have a look at the channel for the episode about how to set your Farming Simulator 2025 graphics up so that they look fantastic at a distance. You can see that there's no visual effects and it looks fantastic. All right, let's jump into our next guy. We'll go the beautiful New Holland here. Let's find our trailer. I assume there's going to be one somewhere. I remember there being one. There it is. So we'll get that going. And the goal is just to let the AI do its thing, and we will just make sure that we continue to feed it what it wants. We'll unload the trailer, stuff like that. The good news is the farm does have a silo. It's got a beautiful new unloading silo, which means you can kind of see it in a bay, which is awesome. I'm going to park this so that in theory it's good. I am turning the engine off because I want to save petrol. If you leave it running, it does take petrol. All right. We are now kind of in the mode of what to do with the forest, I think. I am just going to quickly open up the map. And we are immediately going to buy the sawmill. There it is right now. So, pretty simple sawmill, lots of space, which is fantastic. We'll have all this space to deal with. Unfortunately, this forklift is not real, so we can't use that. But we will need a forklift over here so that we can pick up all of the pallets and put them on the truck. Let's go ahead and buy this. Where's the trigger? It's going to be here somewhere. There it is, the spanner. And we will buy this. I mean, of course, could have put this onto our own property, but it's so big, and I think this thing looks so fantastic. Why not use it? All right. So if we tab through, we do have this Skoda, which is a beautiful car and all, and we look inside. It's beautiful, 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 but I am not going to use it. So yeah, let's get this thing to the shop. Look at that. Beautiful. And get this sold. I think we can go this way to get out. There is a mod that opens up gates for you. Maybe I should get that. So there's that one and that one. As you get close, it just automatically swings them open. But, quite frankly, once they're open, I'm going to leave them open. And you know what? It's 15 minutes in. We've got a field being harvested. We own a sawmill, and we're about to sell this beautiful car for about $50,000 or $50,000. Yeah, I've got it set to dollars. Look at those beautiful Highland cows. I'm about to say sheep then. I do want to do cows if we can. Also, I'm just going to go through fields. I have no intention of role-playing it too much. This is all about speed and seeing how you can make progress. Yeah, I would like to keep this car, but what would you use it for? It's not like I can't... Maybe if I had tabbing turned off, maybe. But I don't. So, yeah. So, thank you for your 15 minutes of service. We will repaint it for $245 and sell it and get our $58,000. All right. Let's keep tabbing through things. We've got our harvester doing its thing. I'm pretty sure it should be able to get over to there. How full are you? Yeah, you're fine. Actually, let's watch this for a sec. Actually, I'll tab into the blue guy and we'll actually do a bit of backy-uppy and get it ready. I know from the practice playthrough that this guy runs at 10... I'm at bottom right corner. 10 miles or whatever it is, kilometers per hour. So we will dial up 10 on the... No, not that. We'll dial up 10 on the cruise control. And there we go. Cruise control is active and we'll unload that. How's the tank going? So if we scroll out a bit, we should be seeing that emptying. And yeah, it looks like we're just doing what's being harvested right now, which is awesome. We'll let this finish the row and then I can show you how you do an unload. And we can rush off and do that. And then my goal is to get to the shop and start leasing equipment and get the AI to do even more automatic stuff. We are probably one tractor short, so that unloads there. And if we scroll out, you can see that it actually turns up. It went into that far right bay. Isn't that cool? So rather than just go into some virtual void of silo, actually renders over here. I saw in Daggerwin's series on this map, he did that, then he manually placed stuff and it did not like registering the two. If you dump stuff in here, it's not like it actually exists. It's just no different to dumping it on normal ground. So little tip about that. It's great to see that they've added that British style silo where everything's out in the open. If you've seen Jeremy Clarkson's farm series, you will have seen him do that all the time with his crops. And I think that can go there. All right, let's keep tabbing through. So we've got the blue guy, we've got the red guy, got the yellow guy, and I think out of our tab list, I believe, let me get this here. I thought I had a free, yeah, we do. See this? There is a forklift on the map. Now, I think the idea here is to use it by the docks to do a whole lot of fishing stuff. I don't plan to do fishing anytime right now. In fact, on my other channel, Donuts Transport Fever, I actually just invented the same industry, but in Transport Fever 2. I made a fishing pond in my ocean and yeah, had deliveries and all that stuff. So my goal with this guy is to either use this at the shop or at the sawmill. Either way, it is a long way to drive. So let's get this out of here and we'll shove it on a truck and drive it over. Unfortunately, do I actually own this? I'm not sure if I can tab into it. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. But you can saw before as I tabbed, it didn't work. If you look in the bottom right corner, there is an arrow icon. If I do Control T with that, with the tabbing thing, I do have it in my tab list. So this needs to go from downtown all the way roughly to the middle of the map. Is it worth me driving it, or is it worth me getting a trailer over here? I think I might get a trailer over here, and actually we'll get ourselves. Yeah, I'll maybe use this one for for the sawmill. All right, so let's go to the shop and let's start hiring some stuff. What I want is, actually that's right, there's what I wanted. What I want is a truck. Do I want a truck? Well, first things first, what's in the sale? There is a baler. Ooh, we need a baler. We don't have one. And there is one more thing. Now, these things can be quite gutless, these Arions. I don't know if that's a wise decision. I don't think I want to spend $20,000 on that. What I will do is we'll just... Oh, maybe I will. 150 is okay. Because we will be doing grass. You know what? I think that's one of the few things that I am going to buy straight away. All right. What we do need... Stay on target, donut. What we do need is a trailer that is suitable to move things around. I don't think... Yeah, I think a low bed trailer would be good. And then I like this one because A, it's just cheap. And it's quite a big space to it. And it's not too heavy. So you see it's 7 ton versus 8 ton. This one's all right, but I find it really difficult to get stuff up here. The good news with this one, though, is it does work on a tractor rather than on a truck. And this one's just too small. So this one, let's start our leasing. You'll note that there's all these graphics. This is caused because we have the auto load mod. And so you can specify all these zones on how it loads. We won't be using this as auto load, so it's fine. Lease, and so it's going to cost us $400 a day. If you look at the total price, that means it is going to cost us 100 days, i.e. 100 months, so like 8 years. We could have spent the same amount of money, but we will be leasing everything. And let's just get a truck. I do that sort low to high mod meant that this goes on the front, and we will get this. Let's keep the price down. Sunshield, no, beige. And then this one, it was $45,000 to buy, or $450 lease. Right. Lease. So now we have a truck, we have a thing, and we will need one more forklift. I think we may use the bigger one up at the sawmill because of the weight of the planks, and then we'll just use this one around the yard around the shop just for things like fertilizer and stuff. Talking of which, I'm clicking the wrong thing. We want to buy some stuff, so I'm going to buy 8 of these. How much does that cost? $10,000. Yep, buy them. I am not wasting time waiting to buy things later. So fertilizer. So you get 19 for 1,000. Is there any other way? 19. So we to the same price. I think these are easier to pick up, and so we'll buy 8 of those because I do not want to be coming to and fro from the shop just to do that. Line can wait, and then herbicide. I think I will buy 2 of those, and then we'll deal with how to apply that later. Hopefully we can just maybe use just a weeder if we keep on top of that. Money's flying down, but that's fine. All right, so let's have fun with this stuff and pick everything up. Actually, before we do that, let's double check the harvester is okay. Where are you, bud? Actually, good timing. Coming back towards us. Yeah, my goal is to get this field done, get them active on another one, and then hopefully by the time all that works out, we have time to do some lumber stuff. But that might be next episode. We'll see how it goes. Cruise control is set to 10. It's working fantastic. Yeah, having all those little tricks, techniques of knowing how the game works and all these little options that you have, like setting the cruise control speed to match the speed of the of the harvester and stuff. Makes it so much easier and so much more efficient to get everything going. Sorry, I'll get out of your way. I'm going to unload this just in case it matters. I've got a little bit of time now, so I can do that. I do want to get the grass mown as well. That will probably be next time. And I definitely want to get some wood in that sawmill too. So priorities, priorities, priorities. I saw that Daggerwin drew a path in here, and you know what? I think he's right. I think this needs to have some dirt in here, and I think something as simple as that. Done. I don't know how much that costs, but the money has been spent. Probably could have gone a little bit more to the right, but it makes sense to do that. Yeah, we need to get water over there. We need to get grass. And actually, you know what? I'm going to put this at the other end of the field because we'll unload the harvester as they come towards us. Now, one of the things I do want to do is to see if I can optimize some of the baling. So that's one of the things you can't put on a worker, but what you can do is you can put a windrower on a worker, and so they can bring the lines of swath together for you and make it so you can go up and down a little bit less often. So I think if we unload this guy, we'll do this line, we can then let it go backwards and forwards probably 2 or 3 times before we need to get to it. I'm liking the progress. There's still a lot to do. We've got to get some wood cut down. We need to get some grass to the cows. The cows, to get grass, need to get the grass field to be cut. We can do that on a worker. And we need, that's the main things, and we need to keep on getting this harvester going. So I think since this New Holland has more horsepower than the other guy, I'm going to detach that and we're going to swap over, and I'm going to get this guy to start doing grass. So we will dump our weight there, and I believe we have, that's all the front attachment stuff. That's a cultivator or something. I'm going to get the fork out just in case. Actually, he's got a weight as well. Actually, I should be able to pick up that with the weight. I was going to take it off, but we should be good. What I might do is put it down, and then we'll see if I can pick it up after the fact. Now this JCB, oh, come on, let me do it, is a little bit gutless. So I'm aware that we'll have to keep some money in the bank to upgrade it. But for now, they can be responsible for hauling the barley back to the silo. I will change its steering, so I always forget the number. It is toggle steering mode. There it is, left. So now it's all-wheel steering, so you can see all of them turn. That means it's nice and maneuverable. And awesome. As I said, this guy doesn't have that much horsepower, but that's okay. I'm going to change its cruise control to 10 to match what the harvester wants, and you can just sit out here for now waiting for something to do. All right, where are you, Blue? So start the engine. Now where did I see the grass stuff? I think it's over here. Yeah, I can see it just behind everything. I think I can see it way over there. Let's use this path back here to get there. Yeah, here we go. So we will put on the mower on the front. Yeah, this New Holland should have enough horsepower to do that. Put the forage wagon on the back and head off to the grass fields. And around we go. So I think it's up here. We own all these trees. You are all going to be cut down. And all in the name of restoring a castle. It's like the reserved lands for longships and stuff. So in theory, I believe if I unfold it, up, unfold, there we go, down, on, turn that on as well. In theory, we can go around here, get some grass going, turn that cruise control back up to max. In fact, how long is this going? Oh, we're at 10%. I was going to put this on a worker, but as soon as they get full, they're going to stop. So we might as well just have fun doing this ourselves. My plan is just to dump this over at the cows. We can go a bit wide here. There's no reason why we can't just do the grass around the outside. And this is going to just be... I didn't expect to do this right away, but you know, one more job done quickly. We'll have to buy the plow so we can make these fields a little bit bigger. Not that they're small anyway. They're actually quite good size, actually. I love this map. I kind of got bored with Farming Simulator. I mean, half of it was I've just been playing Transport Fever so much, and it's been fun to do that series. I think I enjoy the concept of detailing more than a lot of the gameplay. And in the end, Farming Simulator is just a whole lot of driving, and so it does get a little bit repetitive, especially since I had been playing it for so many hours, for so many years. But I saw this map, I saw Daggerwin do it, and yeah, I was talking to him about the trees in Discord, and it just made me think, hey, I want to play this game again. It looks so much fun, and this map has so much detail. I think the castle's very iconic. It reminds me of obviously the roller coaster that was in Silver Run Forest. I didn't get into the Hun Patai map. It just didn't grab me, and as I said, the American map that we started with, River Spring, even though it had the boat to redo, it just wasn't something I was interested in pursuing. So yeah, I lost interest in the game, and you know, it was more of a priorities thing. But as I said, the graphics and the level of detail in this map in particular won me over, and so yeah, so I'm definitely back. I'm not sure how many episodes we'll do and how often. Risky as I enjoy it, I'll just play it. I'll play, record, and if it works out, it works out. All right, that's that done, and that should hopefully keep the cows good. What I'll do is once I've dumped this off, I'll come back and tell the AI to come and just cut the field. So that's why I did the outside, because I knew they're not going to do that part. Look at that, just looking through the trees, it looks gorgeous. It looks fantastic. Around here, a bit bumpy, but that's fine. And I think we can rush around this corner, rush around here, yep, and then down over here. The harvester is nearly at the turning point. Now this is only 40% effective, so it will just mean that they grow slower, but that's fine. As long as they're moving. We still need to have water though, that's one of the things I want to get done. Unload, unload, unload. I don't think it's even going to be a full load, which is great. And then you can go off and just mow the field so that we can start the process of at least baling. We may ted it, probably will, because it's worth it. And then we will need a windrower, and we bought that baler, so that means we can do that. We will hire the automated loader. That's another thing to do. Yeah, so our daily costs aren't going to be zero, but hopefully, nearly full tanky, we need to get on with it. Hopefully what we're doing will hopefully cover everything. So I'm just going to let that go do whatever it wants to do. Where is this guy? And I don't know if I'm going to get to the harvester before they do something weird. Come on, just let me get over there and stop you. Stop. Yep, you just go right there. Yes. Nope. No. Stop. Right. Oh, they were full. 84%. And you know what? With this unloading, we'll call this the end of this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this new series and are along for the ride. Don't forget to shove a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And definitely put comments down below about how you think we can make money the fastest. What techniques you think that will pan out on this map. What crops should we just go whole hog into potatoes or something, or what should we do to make the money? And I have no idea what the castle actually needs. I know that it needs to have wood at the start, and we'll get that going. But what will it take to what other things will it take? Does it need like a rope or something I don't even know about? So yeah, if actually, you know what, don't spoil it for me. Let's actually discover that along the way. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time as we have fun in the Highlands getting the castle rebuilt. Thanks for watching, everybody.